We are live and welcome to the Seven Cities Shoptalk Sports Show, broadcasting to you from the beautiful state of Virginia to everyone all over the world. As you can see, we got another fun-filled show coming up. A lot of good topics. I think this is going to be one of those shows. Everybody, uh, you know, I think AB's a little tired. I know I'm tired. I think Amy's tired. I think whoever else, some of the other hosts that are getting on, are going to be tired. It doesn't help that the rain also is just weighing down the state. You know, we're putting up with rain for the past 24 hours, and of course, it's going to rain tomorrow as well. But we're going to heat it up a little bit for you. We got a show to put on, and we want to thank you for joining us in another episode of our brand of dysfunctional camaraderie. And as of now, this shop is open. I am your host, Big Law. And of course, we got AB and Amy in the house, got the ladies in the house. AB, let me go and start with you. What did you have to say for your opening monologue today?
You know, I hate to say it because it feels good, but it also feels really bad. It feels good to actually beat the absolute dog crap out of somebody. Now, I hate it was William and Mary, but it feels good to win like that. It feels good to win like that.
I definitely agree with you on that. Let me come to Amy. Amy, opening monologue. What do you have to say for the weekend? I know you've had some trying times here over this past couple of weeks, but what do you have to say for your opening monologue?
Lord have mercy, please give me a better coach.
And we'll give you an opportunity and also the team to discuss who should be next for the Hokies as well, as far as their coach and their situation. I mean, being that we're rivals, as always, you said, what do they say? The saying, you want to keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. So
Right.
you always want to have some intel on some of the others. My man Devin Foster in the building. What's going on, Devin? Thank you for tuning in as well. He said team look like they got some fight in them. Yes, they do. They do, and we're going to talk about that and what kind of fight we saw and what we think we can figure out from that. But the topics today, we're going to talk about William and Mary, the good, the bad, the ugly. Of course, just like always. We're also going to talk about what we liked and what we saw from that game. We also will ask for those viewers and listeners, do you think you need to change? We're a quarter of the way through the season. Do you think you need to change your win total based off of what we've seen from this team? Then we'll also get into we'll ask the question of Stanford. What are we looking for? Players of the game, predictions, that kind of thing for the Stanford game, which is coming up. They had a late win against Boston College. I just couldn't believe on Saturday, so they're coming in here hot. Then we'll talk about the Hokies, Amy's beloved Hokies, and kind of figure out what they're gonna do from here, because right now they don't have a coach, and it was expected at the end of the year, but who would have thought it was going to come with 3 games played in the season? No one expected that to come along. And then, of course, if we have time, we can give you a fantasy update. I took an L with the 7 City Shop Talk Fantasy League. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. But this shop is open, and we can jump right on in. My man Devin saying O-line, QB, running backs. Yeah, everybody looked good for that game, and we're about to discuss that right now. So the good, the bad, the ugly. AB, when we have done these pre-game, post-games on all these on all playing all these teams and kind of figuring out what we like, what we don't like, what we're expecting. A lot of times being disappointed. Let's just go and start with you. Let's get that good, the bad, the ugly out right now. Ethan's here. Okay, Ethan, jump on in. All right, AB, let's get your good, the bad, the ugly. Go ahead and jump on in.
I mean, I really can't say like any ugly. I mean, it's kind of this game is just hard. I mean, you and I talked after the game. This is not a game where you can really give a good, bad, or the ugly because the competition level is completely different. especially now where I think we are going with UVA football, it's definitely hard to gauge those certain areas. Now, we can easily give probably a good, bad, and the ugly after this weekend's game, but we went against a school who doesn't have the same opportunities that we have had, which we finally bought into. So it's hard. It's hard to face them. But for me, I mean, the good was just that I got to see all my people. So I'm gonna take it to a personal level, and getting to see my people, getting to see a lot of people that we have had a good relationship with for a long time. Like that's what makes UVA football family for us. And to have that feeling again was probably the most amazing feeling. I got to see Keith Payne for like the first time in like almost 15 years. So it was really exciting to see him and just everybody else, obviously. So that's my good, bad, the ugly.
So no bad. So
it's hard to gauge. I mean, it's hard to gauge what was really bad. I mean,
I got you.
How can you gauge a good, bad, the ugly when the competition level isn't really on the same? We're on the same playing field, so it's kind of hard to gauge a little bit.
Okay, all right, understood. We got that from you, Amy. Let me get you good, the bad, the ugly, from the UVA game, from what you've understood or what you've heard.
Let me see. I didn't watch the game because I was at the baseball field because we do have fall ball now. And the score was what, 54-13?
Yeah, 16, 55, 16.
Okay. I thought maybe that William and Mary would play them a little harder, but again, like AB said, it's not the same level of competition. But you know what? William and Mary could have probably beat Virginia Tech. So I don't know. UVA might have a chance this year to beat them.
Well, we appreciate that from you, Amy. Let's get Ethan in here. Let's get the good, the bad, the ugly, based off of what you saw, Ethan.
Well, I'll say this. I might have a different bit of a spin on it. I think the good's going to be I'm going to take more away from this game than it just being William and Mary. I think there's a lot more value at significance with this. The last time we had an offense that could rush like this, the last time that we had a team that we straight overmanned another team altogether. I mean, doesn't matter what William and Mary had. Our offensive line, I mean, straight dominate them, and they would try to do everything they could to adjust coaching wise to us rushing. They just couldn't stop us. So I think that's the good. It shows a significant break in our rushing game. For even under Bronco Mendenhall, I don't feel like we rushed like that ever, other than maybe the quarterback, but running backs to do that. So and also the good is I think we had to give Des Kitchens a huge shout out because we've criticized him and held him accountable, and now we got to give him props. I mean, I thought it was pretty good coaching for him. The bad, I think we could have scored a lot more with our backups. I would like to have seen more passing from the backups to get them more experience, but running was working. So why change from something that isn't broken? It isn't ugly. I would say is our secondary not communicating and having that busted coverage for that touchdown, wide open 76-yard touchdown. So that would be the ugly for me.
Okay, all right. You stole some of my thunder there a little bit, but yes. And I'll get my good, bad, the ugly. Of course, my good is the balance that this team showed. And, Chandler, stand in the pocket, just throwing darts, throwing strikes down the field, getting those air yards up. Shout out to my man Eric Thomas from EM Sports. He says team has more playmakers on the outside, depth and skill positions. That's right. Cam will be back this game. My man Cam Robinson, right there in the middle. I'm looking forward to getting him back as well, and we'll talk about that. But my good was the offense, the balance. the depth of the running backs, man, which for me was definitely something that I felt we said that they had, good depth, but then when it shows out on the field, regardless of what level you're going against, to put up 700 yards of offense and have two guys rush for over 100 means a lot. Also, more of the good is they had good run defense, good run fits as well, and I'll give them props for that. But the bad, they actually had two busted coverages for sure. One of them was a dropped touchdown on a similar play going the opposite direction. And of course, there was a broken coverage where they got beat deep going towards the lawn, going towards the hill. And that was something that really irked my nerves because UVA was playing almost a perfect game up until then. And then let me bring Ed in as well. What's going on, Ed? Thank you for tuning in. So also some more or the ugly piece. So the ugly, I think something that I said is ugly is the injury to Noah Vaughn. I felt like Noah, who rushed for 100 yards in one quarter on 8 carries, had a high ankle sprain, got tackled almost like he was getting ready to go into the end zone, and he got tackled and his ankle got caught up, and he had a long run, almost a 50-yard run to get down towards the end zone. They brought in Whaley to give him a quick blow, and then they got him back in there because they were going to try to get him his touchdown. And on that next run, he broke a tackle. He got through the hole, and they tackled him by his ankle, and he went down. And I was kind of sitting there like, man, I hope he's not hurt, seriously hurt. But he's hurt seriously enough. It's a high ankle sprain, and that's my ugly, is that Noah Vaughn got hurt. And if you look on the depth chart, he's actually the 4th running back on the list. And of course, the other good, I don't want to take all of it, but got to give a shout out to our running back from Idaho, Whaley, who absolutely did a hell of a job running the ball. 3 touchdowns, 150 yards. The guy was just great, man. Eric is saying also, he says, a little bad if we have to pick is interception by Kalen, but that is digging. Okay, yeah, I got you. Devin Foster saying welcome. Oh, excuse me. Devin Foster saying no sacks in 3 games. That's right, the best in college football right now. So let's get Ed in. Let me get your good, your bad, your ugly for this game we just had, Ed. You got the mute. You're on mute. Let me.
There we go. Much better. The good was the win. I mean, 700 yards of offense is pretty nice now that you think about it. The ugly, yeah, Vaughn's injury. I really like the depth we have at running back. The Whaley kid, he seemed to be covering some ground out there that it's the depth of speed, I think. Well, I mean, maybe not speed, but these are faster backs than we've had in a while. So it was good to see that. The ugly, I'd have to go with the dreaded high ankle sprain. Those things take forever to heal, and it's not going to be right until he stays off of it for a while, and he can't stay off of it right now. So just a question of how much he can tolerate. But overall, it was really not a whole lot of bad. Yeah, we had some breakdowns at spots, but we also had, the backups are in. They're still figuring out who to play and how to play, and trust it. A lot of it is just trusting the guy beside you. They're still, this is only 3rd game of the season. Yeah, 3rd game. So yeah, it was encouraging. We beat a bad team badly. So, Stanford is probably not going to roll over and play dead for us. So, we're going to have to show up and show out. Otherwise, we're going to, we're not good enough to look past anybody. So, hopefully, we will show up on, what is it, Saturday? Yeah, Florida State's from Friday. Okay.
Actually, we got Stanford on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Stanford on Saturday and Florida State on Friday.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. So Saturday night, 7:30, we have Stanford, and before we get into that, given that good, the bad, the ugly, based off of what we saw, I felt like this team has a mission, and it seems like they all are moving in the same direction. And sometimes when you have that much rollover, it's hard to get everybody moving in the same direction this early in the season. You got over 50 plus new players on the squad, so I got to give them credit for that right there. But let me come to you, AB. Do we need to change? The question is to everybody here, the whole staff, all the viewers, listeners, for those who gave preseason win totals, do you need to adjust your totals? Let me come to you, AB. What was your total? What did you have so far in the beginning of the year?
So I had 8 wins. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything you know about me, I'm extremely blunt. I'm very honest. I'm going to stick with what I said because I'm a stand on business type person. So if I'm wrong at the end of the season, I'm wrong at the end of the season. But I'm at the point now where, like, I respect obviously everything everybody says, but I can't give praises. I can't get excited about this yet. I don't feel like this was yes, it feels good to put this many points up. It feels good to look this good on depth wise. But when it comes to our competition, I want to see what we put on the field and how we function against them. I'm gonna keep it as is for now. But Ethan, if for example he said that he's got to praise Des Kitchen, I'm not praising him yet. We have seen so much bad football from him that this game does not negate that. I need to see more, and I need to see more from him when for the actual games that matter, the ACC games, the games that are going to, put us up at the top of the ACC. That's what matters. This William and Mary game, it was a game for us to pretty much have fun with what we've got and see kind of, work on some fundamental stuff. But for the most part, I'm waiting to see how Des Kitchens can perform on an ACC level. Then I can give him the praises that he may deserve, but I got to see the product on the field first. So, honest and blunt me, I'm going to stand on the same thing I've said since the beginning of the season. We spent this much money. The reason I said 8 wins was because we put that much money down. It's not because I have faith in all of our coaching staff. I love some of the coaches. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this towards the whole coaching staff as a whole. We've seen Coach Rudd put an amazing defense together. I hope that continues. But we've seen some bad coaching from Kitchens. Coach Gaither, he's been a decent running back coach. He's put some good product out there, but I need to see more from the coaches and what they do with this talent for the next 2 games, and then we can review it then. Okay,
all right. So we got a couple games here. Let me come to you, Ethan. What did you do? You have the totals, AB, by any chance?
Yeah, that'd be great because I can't remember exactly what I said. I know it was low though. You're muted, AB.
I don't think you were on the show when we did the actual full season projections. So hold on.
I predicted 3 or 4 wins. Something along those lines.
It was low, but I don't know if you were on the show when we went through every game. Hold on 1 second. I'll see if I can find it.
I know. Go ahead, Ethan. Go ahead.
I mean, I would say I can't say for every game because I don't think that would be fair to. I definitely want to change that. I'll have predicted more wins. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think this offense is really good. I think we'll be Tech this year. That'll be a one change for me. Florida State, I kind of know where I want to go with that, but I had that as a loss.
Texas. Where do you see playing Texas?
Texas. I said Virginia Tech and Florida State.
Oh, I thought you said Texas. I'm like,
No.
I'm looking
I
at
think it
the
was something
schedule.
with Tech. I think it's just something like
Oh yeah.
Tech is.
Truthfully, even UNC, like I think I picked us to lose UNC, but like honestly, I'm not really impressed with them at all this season. I think for now, to be fair, because I kind of like AB said, in perspective, we haven't seen enough yet. I mean, NC State was still ACC team, it was an ACC gameplay. So, I mean, that being said, we still, even when we didn't like the outcome that was bad, I still liked what I saw from NC State. Honestly, right now, I'll change to 6 wins, and maybe I'll reevaluate that after this game and kind of keep it the rest of the season. Because this game's going to kind of tell me where we're at. I mean, Stanford's not. I don't want to get too far into predictions with Stanford, but I mean, we're the favorites in this game as far as I see. So, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So
you're at 6.
Yeah.
So you got 6 games. Okay.
6 for now. 6 for now, but I'm open to more.
Let me come to you, Amy. How many games did you predict, Amy? What are you thinking?
I don't remember. How many did I pick, AB?
So I don't the initial picks when we did the show law, it was just me, you, Wood, and Ed. So
Okay.
I had 8 and 4. Law, you had 9 and 3. Wood had 6 and 6, and Ed had 8 and 4.
Ooh, I had 9 and 3. Did I really have 9 and 3? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you had us winning the first 4 games.
Okay.
Yeah. So so we are playing Florida State. You guys are too. Louisville. You guys are. Wake Forest and Cal. So with the 4 games, we're playing. VT's playing the same opponent, and we're playing NC State, and you guys have played NC State. Then we play Georgia Tech and the University of Miami.
Woo! That's brutal, man. That is brutal.
And you guys play UNC and Washington State. Who the hell are they?
This is a West Coast team.
That, says Washington State. I have no idea. That's Cougars. In October.
Yeah, Washington State Cougars. Oh yeah.
Okay. And then you guys play Duke in November.
Looking forward to it. So let me ask you, Ed. Reevaluate. I got your mute, Ed. I'll control the mute for you. So give me your idea. Do you reconfigure your wins?
No, I think I'm happy with 8. If we get 8, I'll be excited. But I'm still seeing things that can make the difference in a one score game. So clean up some of the missed assignments and the missed tackles, and we'll see. But you got to make the tackles, guys. It's that simple. So no, I'm not. Like 8's probably crazy enough.
Washington State team.
Yeah.
They beat Idaho. They beat San Diego State.
Okay.
But then North Texas beat them by 49 points this past weekend.
I don't think the Cougars have a whole lot this year.
Yeah, I don't see. They play James Madison the 22nd of November.
Ooh.
I'm going to tell you, James Madison's the best team in the whole damn state.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I feel like
maybe you can steal their coach.
Maybe we could steal what? Their coach?
Yeah, maybe so. and I guess I'm gonna have to stand. I'm gonna have to stand on 9. Based off of what I saw now, we only, can only stumble a couple more times this year based off of what I was saying, but I like it. I like what I see moving forward. So everybody's standing pat, and I know Chad had his. He was 6-6. So if he gets on, we'll get his. If he's going to do a reevaluation of his of the games, but we'll leave it for what it is right now. But let's go ahead and jump into the predictions for Stanford. Of course, if you paid attention to the Stanford game, go ahead, AB.
Real quick before we go into the details, ESPN has us as the following. They have us as a favorite by plus 15.5, and they have the over and under for the game 48.5.
Wow.
Over Stanford.
Yeah. When have we ever been a double-digit favorite in 2 games straight? I don't know. I can't recall that. I really can't. Okay.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
negative 900 on the money line.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Which I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
Heavy favorite is what that means. My man Eric said the dreaded. Hopefully this isn't a trap game. Oh my goodness, Eric. Yeah, man. Hopefully this isn't no kind of trap game. But I know that Stanford, being who they are, they do have a star wide receiver on their team who's a big playmaker. I want to say he's one of the top receivers in yards or receptions, in college. And they have some grit, some sand with them, because they pulled a game out with Boston College that I did not think that they were going to pull out. And
they beat Boston College by 10 points.
They did. And you know what? They were down by 10
They were down
points.
by like 18, weren't they?
It could have been 17 or 10, but they came back and won, and the defense had got a pick 6 and they scored really quick again, and I just felt like that was a game that they probably shouldn't have won, but they showed that they have grit, and they don't quit, and they play until the final whistle. So with that being said, let's go ahead and give a quick prediction on the Stanford game. I'm gonna come to you, Ed. Let me go ahead and get your prediction. I'm gonna get your mute. There you go, Ed.
37-10, Virginia.
All right, I like that. 37-10. Okay, let me come to you, Ethan. What's your prediction, your score prediction for the Stanford game?
Well, I'll start this off with saying Stanford has played Boston College and they got their first win. And that was 20-30. Boston College is one of the weaker teams this year in the ACC. And then they played BYU, who they lost 27-3. I feel like I'm missing a game. I don't know if anybody else knows the other game
they played. They played Hawaii, and they only lost to Hawaii by 3.
So I would say, based off of this what I'm looking at, they're a little more run heavy and pass heavy. So if I go to my stats really quick here, just to kind of paraphrase this, if I saved it, I may not have. Okay. Basically, Chandler has more, like 200 more yards passing. And you have to take in consideration, he didn't play the whole game against William and Mary. So I would say our passing game is significantly better than theirs. And I would say our rushing game is probably much better too, because their running back had like 291 yards versus Taylor, I think he had like 260 or something like that. So I'm going to honestly, depending on how our secondary does, I'm gonna say 27-42 Virginia.
All right, 27-42. Let me come to you, AB. Let me get your prediction. What do you think the score is going to be?
So Ethan kind of stole some of my shine with some of the stats that I was looking at. So based on what I'm looking at, their quarterback has thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. He has thrown 3 interceptions on the season and only 1 touchdown. It seems like their threat, honestly, is their running back. So I think that it's going to be really important for us to get Cam back and to be able to put pressure on their run game. Based on what we saw against Coastal Carolina, we kind of struggled with the run game, so it makes me a little nervous. I'm hoping that Cam coming back can help that. But they have a linebacker who has 30 tackles on the season already. So that also makes me worried for our run game, even though we saw how great it looks, depth-wise last weekend. It kind of gives me a little bit of a worry there. And they have a guy who has been able to get 3 sacks already. So there's going to be some pressure, in my opinion, for sure. So I'm going to say 32-24 Virginia.
Okay. All right. I'll take that. All right. And you're recording that for us. So, Amy, let me come to you.
I'm going to say 27-24 UVA. Maybe
wow.
picking UVA will make UVA lose.
Okay. All right. Oh, boy. Well,
Ethan, what did you say?
27-42 Virginia.
42-27. Right. And what did Ed say?
What was yours, Ed?
37-10.
27-10 or 37?
30. 3.
37.
7.
And I said 32-24, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And my score, I'm looking at 42-10. I'm thinking that UVA, they're going to tighten some things up. I don't think they're going to look past this game. I think this is going to be a night game. I think this is a real opportunity to do something they really haven't done. Fill the stadium to a capacity that it hasn't been filled in quite some time. I'm not saying they're going to sell it out, but I'm saying, being that it's a night game, I think that people are going to want to come and see what the curiosity is. How come they're putting up so many points? They're putting up all these different stats. They have, no sacks allowed. They're the only college team with no sacks allowed. They're top 10 in total offense in the entire country. Number 1 in the ACC in offense. And I get it. Some of those games that they were successful with were against William and Mary and against Coastal. But also, they put up a lot of numbers against NC State, which looks like they're going to be possibly there at the end near the top of the ACC as well. Also, number 1 on third down defense. And I know they've had little tiny struggles here and there on defense, but they were third down conversion. They're number 1 in the nation on third down conversion when it comes to a team trying to get first downs on us. So I'm going with this game, for this Stanford game, 42-10. I think that this team tightens it up and and on a short week gets themselves ready for the next game. By any chance, did you have the scores from last week that we predicted for this game, maybe?
I don't, because I think we actually forgot to do it.
Okay.
I think last week we forgot to do it because we didn't even do an impact player.
I don't think we did impact player. I think we can go with.
I think we did do the scores, but if you didn't write it down, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Yeah, and my impact player, and we can do impact players as well right now. And I'll start my impact player. I'm looking at Jamari Taylor, getting back into the swing, coming back. What's cool about this is there's a lot of players now to choose from. Whenever you're doing good and you're putting up numbers. So I'm going to say Jamari Taylor is going to get another touchdown. He has 6 touchdowns on the year. What is that? 15 games of a touchdown, in a game. And I think he's going to keep his streak going when it comes to that. So that's my player of the game. Ed, player of the game.
Uh, yeah, I'm thinking Jamari Taylor as well. I think they're going to want. I I hope we want to establish the run game. That would be nice.
AB, who's your player of the game?
I haven't picked Twitty this year, and I'm sitting here thinking about Twitty, but I'm gonna pick Edridge.
Okay, Jamal
Ed,
Adrian. Okay,
Edrin, is that how you say it?
yeah, Adrian. Yeah, Jamal Adrian. Okay,
And Amy, what did you say your score prediction was?
27-24 UVA.
Okay.
And I think Cam is going to have a huge game.
Which Cam?
The one that's coming back, Cam, is that Cam Rob? Is it Robinson?
That's Cam Robinson. I mean,
Yeah,
we got a lot of Cams. We got Cam Robinson. We got
No,
Cam,
Cam, the one that's coming back,
Cam Courtney.
Cam Robinson.
Cam Courtney had a great game. We got some Cams out there, man. So yeah, and Ethan, who's your player of the game?
I'm gonna say if Whaley gets the ball like he did this last game, I think he's the best running back in our backfield. So I'm gonna give it to him with 150 yards rushing minimum.
Oh wow. Okay. Bold prediction from Ethan. All right. My man Eric is saying Cam Ross. Let's see here. He says Cam Ross will go big. He really can. He says defense focuses or forces punts and then a special teams takeover. Okay, I can see that as well. Speaking of which, Eric, are you going to be in the press box this weekend? Shoot me, put your message up here and let me know if you're going to be there. So we got and Aaron also is on Cam Ross. Okay, we're going to see Cam Ross, who was quiet, this past week for good reason. He ran the ball really well. We really didn't need the explosiveness. He did have a good return, but you really didn't need to put him out there anymore. Do you guys understand that they put Chandler on the bench with almost 4 minutes left? And before halftime, you almost never see that, regardless of who you're playing. I mean, I was kind of stunned when I saw Daniel Galen out there, and I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen a UVA quarterback have a seat and be done for the day 4 minutes before halftime, and it was just great to see. But it looks like they got him going in the right direction. So, Amy, let's get to you. Let's get to your team. Okay, you've had some hard times. Of course, everybody knows Virginia Tech has fired Coach Brent Pry. And
yes, Ed, I like your little whatever you're trying to say there, SpongeBob SquarePants. So, somebody's thrown out Gruden's name. I don't know that Virginia Tech can afford Gruden, but
he loved the package y'all sent him. Y'all sent him so much stuff. Y'all were kissing butt. Have you seen that, Ed? Or
yes.
Amy? Or it's to me it's almost sickening. I mean, I think it's cool, but when I saw what Tech sent, I'm like, oh, you guys are trying to suck up to Gruden. They sent him 3 boxes, I think, of gear.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? But
well, Gruden, he's not going to be able to get back into the NFL if he don't prove himself someplace else.
Right.
So maybe he comes to Tech. He don't have to work. He's a multi-millionaire, but he don't have to work. Maybe he wants to prove something. I don't know. Whoever they get, it's going to have to be somebody that's defensive minded, and they need to hire a quarterback's coach. Somebody else has thrown out Michael Vick. He hasn't proved himself not one crack to me. So I'm not on that bandwagon. I don't know. I mean, in order for Tech to get back where it needs to be, They got to spend some money on the NIL. They got to pay some people like y'all did, and they got to do something. Otherwise, there's going to be a shit ton of alum that ain't going to be given no more money. And that building out there that's got the hit name on it, it ain't going to be given no more money either.
Well, let's. Does anybody else want to comment on that? Go ahead. Okay, Ed immediately wants to come in, so give me a second. Let me go ahead and set you up, Ed.
First things first, please hire John Gruden. Please, I will kick in some money on that. Okay, please, I double dog dare you.
Your Raiders.
Yes,
The Raiders mentality is what Tech needs. Is the Raiders mentality.
Gruden has lost his mind. I'm not sure what happened between the John Gruden 1 and John Gruden 2. Gruden has lost his mind. Remember, John Gruden is the guy who wanted to trade up and get Johnny Manziel. So,
I think Gruden would have been.
that,
Listen, I think Gruden would have been good for Johnny Manziel. He'd have sat on him just like Joe Gibbs sat on somebody else.
I don't know that Gruden would be a good fit for Blacksburg. Gruden is
he's down home country.
Oh no, he's not. John is intense. John is very intense. I don't know that. I don't see it.
Have you met Beamer?
No, can't say if I have.
Beamer is extremely intense. He was when he was younger. He was extremely intense.
But it's
I
more of a
seriously
quiet.
don't think. I seriously don't think John Gruden is going to be.
I don't think Gruden's coming to Blacksburg. I did hear a couple of interesting candidates, which might be interesting at the very least. The idea was that you would hire the coach from Navy. But
I don't. I would think that they're going to be looking at the guy from JMU first.
Yeah.
And then there's another guy out in Texas. I think they're looking at. I can't say the name because if I do, then I'm gonna. And somebody else of it, I could get in trouble. And Aaron, Tech has got the money. The Alumni Association has the money, and they've already paid Fuentes. We've already paid him in full, and we can see why they wouldn't have fired him if they couldn't pay him.
And they got a deal with Pry. Apparently, it's the contract specifies 75% of each year, except for the last year, which is only 50%.
Right.
Seems kind of strange, but I think they have to pay him $6 million.
4.
And is it 4?
We only have to pay him $4 million.
Okay, well, if it's just $4 million, I'm glad you can say just $4 million. I have a little trouble with that, but let's see here near there. I did hear an interesting take this morning on one of the ACC panel shows that Tech needs for Virginia to be good this year.
Yes, I saw that as well.
Yeah, what did you think? Is he onto something there, or is he smoking something?
I think that it's coming from the fact that they don't want UVA to be looking for a coach at the same time we are looking for a coach.
Yeah, I mean, I get the rationale. I'm just curious what your thoughts on that are. I can't imagine Hokie Nation wishing Virginia well on any Saturday or Friday.
On what?
I can't imagine you guys wishing us well on Friday games or Saturday games. It's be sort of like me cheering for the Steelers. It's just not going to happen.
Ethan, let me hear you got anything you want to say on this?
Well, when I think of Virginia Tech, I think of very cultured down there where it's the tailgates, it's inside the stadium, the passion with football. That's what they eat, sleep, and breathe in Blacksburg. They need a coach that understands culture, that can be passionate about the program. To me, I'm a little opposite of it. I actually think John Gruden would be an amazing hire for them because one thing they don't have is passion and culture in that locker room, or that matches the energy on the field from the fans and the student body. And if you watch the way he opened all those packages from Virginia Tech, he did not get excited for any other program the way he got excited for Virginia Tech. The way he's opening up that Hofkeberg little statue he got. I mean, they need somebody with passion, culture, and energy, and gets pissed off when the game's not going the way it should, or people aren't owning up to their job on the field. I mean, that's what they need. They need somebody who resembles what Beamer was about, which is holding everybody responsible, culture, and passion. I think he would be perfect for there. And he's a well-liked player coach type of guy, and that's part of what you need with recruiting in NIL. And with him being in NFL, he understands how to manage players with money, which is what you need in college right now with NIL is general manager, and he can do both of those to match up.
So let's hear what AB. You got anything you want to say on this, AB?
Honestly, I just hope Fontel Mines keeps his job. I love Fontel, but outside of that, no, I've read some stuff, and as much as I dislike Tech, sorry, Amy,
We can agree to disagree.
We need them to be good, to be honest. I feel that.
But
we
I
need them
don't.
to be good.
I think that Frank Beamer has created such a legacy there that I don't think Shane Beamer should go there. Because even if it was an opportunity, I know people are talking about it. I don't think he needs to go there because number one, that can tamper and damage the really long, great history that Frank had there and ruin that Beamer legacy. So I think that there's too much at risk there to even consider that. I feel like they need to find somebody to make it home again. Just like with me, I mean, like I'm saying, I don't. The one thing I don't like about this coaching staff at UVA is that they're not making it about family. And I think that Tech has just such this unique passion that they need somebody who understands that passion and it will reflect positively for them. So maybe a previous coach that, did well and maybe just went somewhere else, or even maybe a former player. But I think somebody with understanding what that program means is the way that you're going to get it back.
I think y'all, the committee that they've put together is looking at what UNC did with Belichick. Belichick does not have to work. So him going to UNC to do what they want him to do, I think that's what Tech is looking at. If they look at Gruden or if they look at another former NFL coach.
Well, I think if anything, like you said, I mean, and someone said prior, they have to get the funds up and make sure that they can pay these players.
Yeah.
Being that Tech is always known as, Wood commented, he said, same committee that hired Pry.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I've already checked. And Mosser saying that Bud Foster was in Christiansburg last week. Bud Foster's always there, and he was at the game. So that ain't Bud Foster. They ain't hiring Bud Foster either. They don't need a sexual harassment of college students.
Oh my God, Amy.
I'm just telling you.
Right. Understood. Yeah, I mean, but that's definitely a story for another day. So we kind of got UVA taken care of as far as the predictions, pregame, and then of course the next game we talked a little bit about the accomplishments of the University of Virginia's football team. Then we also talked about, who the Hokies should probably hire. Now let's kind of get into our fantasy league a little bit. I know that I took an L, and I had some folks that were dismal, that did dismal for me. So I'm kind of upset about that. Anybody want to comment on
Woo
that?
woo! I won. I won. I won. I'm not in the bottom of the barrel.
You're not at the bottom. Okay, all right.
I think I'm number 4 or 5 or 6, aren't I? AB.
I'm looking.
Isn't your brother the champion?
Wow.
I think who's UVA boy? Team
That would
UVA
be
boy.
my
That's
that
your
would be my
brother.
brother. Mm-hmm.
Now I beat him, but I think he is. I think he's number 1 in our league, right?
No.
Who's 2-0? Is anybody 2-0? Oh, look at Ed. Okay, Ed's 2-0.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Ed beat me last week, and I had the points on the bench too to blow him out because he beat me by just a little. Go ahead, do violin there. There it is. Amy has more wins than Tech. Oh, look at it, Chad. Chad poking fun at you.
Chadney.
So
Oh, Truck yeah is number 8. Truck yeah 86. Who is that?
that's Chad's friend. He beat me like no other. But that's because Derrick Henry and Josh Allen played like garbage.
That's what I had. I had Saquon and Jalen Hurts playing
Yeah,
like.
I'm number 4 this week. Whoop whoop whoop.
And Cole beat Ethan. Ed beat Law.
Yeah, he beat me.
And then Amy beat Lucas. And then my friend beat Chadwood.
Okay. It's shaping
So
up.
Law, what are we
Yeah.
going to do about Jaden Daniels?
We can talk about that too. Let's talk a little bit about the pros. I feel like they didn't give the grade of the sprain. If it's just a kind of a sprain that he can be, 75 to 80%, I say we go ahead and go with him. Anything below that, you got to sit him. That's just for his safety moving forward, his career. I wouldn't put him out there, but if he's 75, 80% and up, yes. But other than that, sit him and just let Mariota play.
Mariota?
Yeah.
Let Mariota play.
Did we end up doing Hartman on practice squad?
Who is it?
What did we end up doing with Hartman? Did we put him on?
He's on the practice squad.
Yeah, that's what he needs. Actually, just cut him, please.
Yeah.
Who, Sam?
Yeah.
Why?
Garbage. Garbino. Garbino.
Well, I think I'm gonna if they don't say by Wednesday if Jaden's going to be able to play, I think I'm going to switch out Jaden for Herbert because Herbert had a hell of a game last night. A hell of a game.
You know who had a hell of a game was Russell Wilson. What the hell?
Almost
500
yards.
He broke his own record. I'm like, what the hell was that?
And they lost the game in the last seconds.
Yeah, they got the new Legatron is the Cowboys kicker. That guy is phenomenal.
Aubrey?
Mm-hmm. He is a phenomenal.
So I had a client come in yesterday. That fool buys season tickets to the Redskins and then he sells them. And he's got super great tickets.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to go, let me know.
What do you mean? If anybody wants to go?
I need the tickets.
How many tickets?
How much are we talking? And I need the Raiders ones.
That's Raiders
next weekend. This weekend.
That's this weekend.
This weekend? No, I ain't going this weekend then. Okay. I need the Lions ones then. The Lions.
I'll let you know how much. I'll send him a message tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Because they're like $400 a piece right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So we Can the
And he's a
Cowboys?
Dallas fan. He's a Dallas fan.
Wow. Well, good for him. Thanks for supporting the team. So now that we've kind of got some things, and of course, I know Wood's happy, and maybe he's not, but his team got the win in a thriller
His
against the
piece of
Giants.
crap team.
Yeah,
That
and
team is a piece of crap. Jerry Jones was just like sweating bullets up there, Evan said.
oh, for sure, for sure. And of course, and I know Ed. Go ahead, Ed.
I'm curious. Are there any Broncos fans out there tonight? How you doing?
Broncos.
Yeah. Did you see how they lost on Sunday?
I didn't watch that game.
Oh, it was bad. It was very bad. Uh, Being a Raider fan, I of course I grieve every time the Broncos lose, but um, they were driving late. I think they were up two or drove to kick a field goal, go up by five. They missed the field goal, and Indianapolis took the ball back the other way and kind of methodically worked their way down the field and attempted a 60-yard field goal to win the game, and he missed it. But one of the Chiefs, no, sorry, one of the Broncos' interior linemen was called for a leverage violation. He basically tried to push himself off the center and to block the field goal. So that was a personal foul. They moved the ball up 15 yards, and the Indianapolis kicker came in and nailed the 45-yarder
Mm,
with no time on the clock.
wow.
So, and one of the crazier endings I've seen.
Well, that Dallas ending was not, it wasn't, it was just as crazy. I was,
Bad.
Wilson had went up and there was like, what, 20 some seconds left? 42 seconds left, maybe? And I'm like, yes, they've won the game. I went into the laundry room, came back out, and Dallas had won the game. I was like, what the hell happened here?
You had one job.
One job. You had one job. So crazy.
But yeah, so now that we've kind of figured out our fantasy, we talked football. Let's get into our closing monologues team, and I'm gonna start with AB. What's your closing monologue for the week, AB?
I just hope there's a better weekend of football overall because I just felt like there was a lot of bad football, especially NFL. It was a bad weekend of NFL. Like, it just didn't look good. I mean, for Russell, yeah, it's great for him to have like 500 passing yards, but where was the Cowboys defense? And then they turned around and they still lost. Like, and then last night there wasn't the Raiders. Sorry, Ed. They didn't score a single touchdown. And then the game before that last night, they scored the first three possessions for the Texans game. Scored the first three possessions and didn't score again until the end. Like, it's just bad football, bad coaching, bad football. I want to see some good games. I want to see some consistency because right now I just feel like it looks bad. So
Chiefs game was pretty good. The Chiefs lost.
Yeah, just because they lost, though, it wasn't a good game. The Chiefs aren't putting up nothing. They're boring. They're boring. I want an exciting game. I want it to be a good game. And they just aren't good games right now. So praying for a better weekend of football overall. And obviously UVA win. So that's all.
All right. Let's get Amy in here. Closing monologue, Amy.
I just wish everybody could get along like we do. Like, we give each other a hard time and go on with it and come back next week and talk to each other. We ain't shot nobody. We ain't killed nobody. We ain't pissed in anybody's cornflakes. I just wish everybody could get along and have communication. And that we get a win, because my God, if we lose to Wofford, we're done. I'll never be able to watch the Today Show again. Because I
Right.
can hear Craig Melvin now.
Then you have it. Let's let's hear you, Ethan. Closing monologue, Ethan.
Yeah, I like to see a good gameplay from Stanford. I like to see the level of NC State or better because NC State's a lot better competition. I don't think the game defines us if it's close and we lose, but I think it's going to be a real testament of who we are against Florida State. And it's going to be also a testament to how good Florida State is when we get against them because they had a week one game that could have been a fluke or not a fluke, and then they played Texas A&M in a bye week. So we're also going to be the test for how good Florida State is coming into that game. And I think we need really good momentum going into Florida State. So this game here is really important to me because it's going to see how good we are against talent of better caliber lead into Florida State. And Florida State, I mean, they are going to do what they should do, or I think we're going to surprise people, honestly. I can't believe I'm saying that because at the beginning of the season, I would have never thought that, to be honest. But here we are. So let's see if we can pull this one off. We need a red win. It would be very valid. And go Hoos.
Ed, let's go ahead and get your closing monologue.
I saw a report this morning. Adam Schefter apparently was quoted as saying that the Eagles Chiefs game was lost in March, and I thought that's kind of an odd thing to say. But then somebody pointed out that that's when the NFL declined to ban the tush push. Yeah, I'm sort of old school when it comes to football, and if you don't like it, stop it. How you stop the tush push? Of course, I'm thinking pad level, just some big guys on the line. Um, but I felt like that was a cheap shot at the Eagles. I think he went on to say that there were going to be more Eagles wins that were really lost in March. So um, yeah, it was, like I said, a cheap shot. If you don't like it, stop it. It's that simple. It's a heck of a play. It's not gonna, you're not gonna blow somebody out running the tush push. But when you need a yard, you need a yard. Um, you know it's coming. You know where it's coming. Stop it. Simple as that. But don't take cheap shots at Super Bowl champions.
Right. And for my closing monologue, all I'm saying is, are we on the cusp of something special? And that's something that's always said whenever something really good happens, in the span of a week. And it's like, man, this team looked amazing. And can they do it again is really the question. And can they do it and get ready, on a short week against apparently Florida State, who has probably had a rebirth and have come back to their normal selves. So, in my mind, what I'm saying is, are we in the midst of something special for the University of Virginia? Regardless, if we are or we're not, I think we need to support these kids. I've been saying it from the beginning. Win, lose, or draw, support these kids. But what is not a better time than right now? Right now. We are giving 2 tickets away as well for those viewers and listeners. And AB, if you want to throw something out there really quick, maybe for tomorrow or the next day, give somebody a chance, give them some time to plan for
Gotcha.
Awesome, thank you. Plan for the weekend, because I really think, just in my heart, I feel like this team is on the verge of doing something very special we haven't seen since Bronco was here. But also, you know, we got to give some the condolences and um, uh, some prayers to the families of our lost soldiers, our lost kings, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, on the grounds at UVA, and that's what that game was about. It was a whiteout game, and the captains for the game was Mike Hollins and Marley. I don't know if you guys knew that, but those were the coin flip honorary captains for that game, and it was to honor our young men who had lost their lives. And there was a stat that Ball Hawk said how, and I think Coach just said it as well. Coach Elliott has said, the last time they scored 55 points is when Lavelle and Deshaun Perry scored points for the team as well, and that was a 55 number as well. So this team, this time could be something that of anointed team, but I don't want to get too spiritual on you guys about it. But I just feel like there's something special brewing. I feel like all of the kids that weren't here, that all the, these kids have come here, they want to be here. And I know that people are going to talk about the money, but you still got to do the job. And it seems like these kids want to do the job. So with that being said, let's go ahead and close out the show. But I got to thank all of you for hanging out, spending time with us. But as of now, the shop is closed. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.